Average Dude has something to say about...
Ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 33. I have been told in personal messages via YouTube that I must be a socialist because I attack the Republican end, that, and so on and so forth, that I am left-wing. Let me be abundantly clear. When I look at politicians, when I look at the Republican Party and the Democratic Party, I see bullies and I see bullshit. I see things that are bad for America and for the people. I don't hold back. I don't mix words with it. And so I'm actually going to do this video because I do have a lot to say about our President, Barack Obama, and why voting for Barack Obama is a bad idea. Let's start off with his complete and utter lack of understanding how business works in the economy, in the context of the economy. He thinks that education makes a difference. It doesn't make a difference. He thinks that innovating makes a difference. Innovation only works when your government, and more specifically the enforcement aspect of the government, makes certain that innovation happens. Because what we've seen, a lot of people did not get this when it came to the gas prices. Why do you think, ladies and gentlemen, gas prices have doubled? It wasn't during Barack's period, it was during Bush's, and it wasn't because of Bush. Think about what happened then. We had fuel-efficient vehicles finally being sold in large numbers in the U.S. The hybrid technology, things that were we were constantly hearing about how gas was so much higher, double what we were paying in the rest of the world. And guess what? When that technology came over, big oil, big gas businesses decided to screw us with unfair pricing. Oh, more fuel-efficient vehicles? Time to double the price. And it happened. It happened during Bush's last 4 years, and it's once again happening. And it's because Bush had it right. Corporate greed. And Barack Obama seems to think that going back to school will solve your situation and innovating new technologies. And they will not work, Barack. And you want to know why? Because you have to protect those interests and kick the crap out of the greedy corporations that try to bully, stomp on, and prevent innovation and prevent it from benefiting the people. He doesn't get that. I've also been much more disappointed in what I did not hear him talk about when it came to those presidential debates not that long ago. Barack Obama mentioned, of course Mitt didn't either, neither one of them, our president, did not mention anything about the bullying that happens in the workplace. Feel bad for the people that are out of work. They're treated like crap. Feel bad for the people that do. They're constantly being bullied and treated, and he doesn't say anything about it. But let's go on. I'm not going to blame the president for things that people blame Barack Obama for the dumbest things. He didn't create this situation with the economy. Oh, God, no. It took multiple presidencies. It took the Democratic Party and the Republican Party working together to screw you, America, and the rest of the world, too, when it came to the economies. This was a joint effort, not the president or any one president's responsibility. And people whine about that. People whine about where he was born. I don't care where he was born. That is not an issue. But what does concern me is that he is commander-in-chief. And notice how he was talking about, we were hearing about the whole Middle East situation. There was no mention about all the beheadings on our border. Mexico and the drug cartels, all the beheadings, they have not stopped. They have escalated. And the president says nothing about it and has done jack squat to solve that situation. And that is actually something that the American people would actually consider putting money into. Their border safety. And he's done nothing. The president is commander-in-chief. He doesn't have to answer to anybody. He doesn't need he does not need Congress's approval. And he has done squat. And that has been entirely in his power. And that disgusts me. Barack Obama, you SOB, for doing nothing. Those murders aren't going away. Nothing. We have heard nothing about it. And it's because they don't want to talk about it. Second of all, moving on, the TSA, Transportation Security Administration. Oh, I could do an entire episode on this piece of shit organization. And Barack Obama considers what they do necessary. Quote, at this point, the procedures that they have put into place are the only ones right now considered to be effective. That is coming from your president. That is coming from Barack Obama, President of the United States. Procedures? Where pregnant women are grabbed and flung violently to the floor in view of the public, in view of people with phone cameras to capture the video and throw it on YouTube for everyone to see, so that these women can have miscarriages and have no rights? So that women in general are fondled and violently flung, because it tends to be women more so. Why? Because they're women and they're not as likely to kick your ass like men are in return, in full view of the public. I mean, these procedures where the elderly and the disabled are harassed for medical issues, having pins or whatever, replacement surgery and hip surgery, that kind of thing. Hey, they're harassed. And little boys and girls, toddlers, 3-year-olds, 6-year-olds, are fondled on their private parts. Or people are stripped down naked in front of everyone. They're not brought into a private screening area. It's done right in full view of the public. And Barack Obama gets up in front of the cameras and tells America that it's necessary. You son of a bitch, Barack. Screw you. It's not. And these are the procedures that are necessary because they're the only ones right now to be considered to be effective. Effective? Where body scans show pornographic images of the public, the people, that's effective in what? Need I remind you that the underwear bomber and the shoe bomber were not on the no-fly list? They made it onto the planes into U.S. air, and they were both handled by fellow passengers. The anti-terrorist horseshit movement failed in both of them. And the TSA sure as hell didn't solve any of those situations. It was the people. And our president doesn't want to talk about the TSA now that it's time for the re-election. Oh no. But you know what? There's another issue that pisses me off when it comes to Barack Obama. No veto, just signing away on stuff. I will stand by him when it came to his pocket veto of the robo-signing bill crap that Congress tried to sneak past him, with the banks and their robo-signing bullshit. Pocket veto, okay. And it wasn't his fault that Congress overturned it. He did his part. He vetoed that. But you want to know what he didn't veto? The National Defense Authorization Act. He signed it December 31st of 2011 on a holiday when America was celebrating and preoccupied. Barack Obama, you knew that was wrong for the people. You knew that the people would have been pissed that you did that, you son of a bitch. He's bad for the people. And the anti-protest bill, because that is for his benefit and his people's benefit. And when it comes right down to it, politicians, their benefit. He signed that one a few days after Congress passed it. No problem. No veto. And that is a part of what the president is supposed to do. Veto these bad laws. I don't support Barack Obama. He's awful for this country. But unfortunately, Mitt Romney's running against him, and I'm dealing with him in the next video.